in a bustling city where skyscrapers touched the clouds and the streets buzzed with activity, there lived a humble baker named Amira. Her bakery was a small haven of warmth and comfort amidst the chaos of urban life. Every morning, before the sun rose over the horizon, Amira would knead dough with her weathered hands, shaping it into loaves of bread that filled the air with the scent of home. Her bread was more than just food. It was a symbol of hope and sustenance for the community. But one day, a dark shadow fell upon the city as news of a food crisis spread like wildfire. Crops had failed, markets were barren, and shelves lay empty. Hunger gnawed at the bellies of the people, and despair hung heavy in the air. As the days passed and the situation grew more dire, Amira's bakery became a beacon of hope for the hungry and desperate. Despite the scarcity of ingredients, she continued to bake bread, refusing to turn anyone away empty-handed. But soon, even Amira's flour supply dwindled to nothing. With a heavy heart, she realized that she had baked her last loaf of bread. Tears welled in her eyes as she thought of the hungry mouths she could no longer feed. Just as she was about to close her bakery for the last time, a young girl approached with a handful of coins clutched tightly in her trembling hand. "Please, ma'am," she whispered, her voice barely audible above the rumble of hunger in the streets. "I haven't eaten in days. Can you spare me a loaf of bread?" Amira's heart ached at the sight of the girl's gaunt face and hollow eyes. Without hesitation, she reached for the last loaf of bread and placed it in the girl's outstretched hands. "Take it, my child," she said softly. "May it nourish your body and your soul." As the girl's eyes lit up with gratitude, a miracle unfolded before Amira's eyes. Suddenly, the streets were filled with people offering whatever they could spare: vegetables from their gardens, fruits from their trees, and even coins from their pockets. Moved by the outpouring of generosity, Amira realized that true abundance lies not in the quantity of possessions we possess, but in the compassion we show to one another. And in that moment, she knew that as long as there was love in the world, no one would ever truly go hungry. The moral of the story: in times of crisis, it is our capacity for compassion and generosity that sustains us. By sharing what we have with those in need, we create a ripple of kindness that has the power to nourish hearts and uplift spirits, even in the darkest of times.